Food.
Mm,
What do I want to talk about?
yeah.
Uh, Golf, brother. Golf.
Yeah. You want to talk about the point that you made where you said that I would never beat you? Let's start off with that.
You want to start at the. Okay, so here's the argument that you made. You said, like, when you started asking me about golf, which was, I mean, has it been a year?
Nope.
I mean, how long? Like, I
Uh,
need a rough number.
it was last week of April, maybe, of last year.
So
Close to
almost
a
a
year.
year. We'll just round it up to a year. You
Oh,
started
we'll round it
asking
up
me
like
about
that.
golf and getting clubs and like what's the right clubs to buy, the right balls to buy, like what do I need. You had moved to Washington. You were like, this is like I'm gonna get into golf. I was like, okay, all right, but like just know, like you got to make it through the stages of when things suck and like not being very good. And you're like, well, I'm gonna get good enough to beat you.
Mm.
And I was like, okay, probably not anytime soon. I mean, here's the thing. At some point,
No,
at
no,
some
no,
point,
no. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You said, and I quote, "You will never beat me." End quote. Now, do you confirm or deny that?
I did say that. I
Okay. Okay.
did say that, but here's
Okay.
okay here,
So there we
but here's what I meant. Okay, as long as I continue to play golf, and the only reason why I think I would not play golf is if I was dead.
go.
I don't think that you'll catch me. That's
Okay.
where I'm at. And hear me out. Okay, like I've been playing for. I mean, I say longer than but I would say seriously playing for like 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
And you made the argument. You were talking about Nathan, which is a mutual friend of ours. You were like, well, when I started playing guitar and Nathan had been playing guitar, I dedicated playing guitar, and I was like, I'm gonna be better at you than this, and I got better than him. It's not gonna work like that.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So playing guitar and golf are two different things. Yeah, for sure. But here's my argument for the fact that you say you'll never beat me is insane in my head. But also, okay, let's look at it like this. You say you've been playing golf for 10 years. What's your handicap?
7, 8.
Is there a
But
seven or an
once,
eight? Okay.
but that's also
Hold on. Hold on.
factoring
Hold on.
in. That's also factoring in all of this like winter golf and off season, and nothing's been back yet. I would be willing to say by middle of the summer, like when the season's full blown. I would say, I mean, I'd say I would be at a 5.5, maybe.
Okay. So in the span of 11 months,
Okay.
we'll call it 11 months. Technically, it's been 10, but in the span of 11 months, I have gone from just starting out playing my first round of golf I've ever played on a par three course.
Mm-hmm.
And let me take you back to this. I didn't play on a course that had a par four on it until the end of May
Mm-hmm.
last year. So
Mm-hmm.
so really we're looking at 9 to 10 months. So in the span that it takes a fetus to turn into a baby, all right. So I have gotten from a like beginner 30 something odd handicap down to an 18 handicap. And you're telling me that I'll never beat you, and you've been playing for 10 years.
What?
Like
Okay.
I got a nephew. He's 8. All right, so listen, and you're a 5 handicap. And look, I know it. Like here's what I know. I know this game has got plateaus where you'll get to a certain handicap. All right, you'll get to a certain handicap, and then like once you get to like once like I've noticed once I get below 15, because now I'm at around a little it's 18.3 technically.
Mm-hmm.
But once I know that once I get to around 15, like getting from 15 to 10 is a lot harder than getting from 25 to 20.
That's
Right? It's
correct.
just gonna get harder. It's the same thing. It's the same thing with baseball, right? Like people don't realize, but like there is a big difference between somebody throwing 95 and somebody throwing 100 miles an hour. Or like when somebody gets like even somebody throwing 90 tonight, when you get up to a certain extent, like certain speed of pitch, like pitching wise with fastballs, like when you get up to a certain speed, it's 5 miles an hour makes a big difference,
Yeah,
huge
so,
difference.
but that's what you're saying. You're making the point of it's a lot easier to go from 80 miles an hour to 90 miles an hour than it is to go from 90 miles an hour to 100 miles an hour.
Right.
And that's where I'm at. I think that like you're trying to get down to a 15 by this summer, right? Or the
Yeah.
end of the summer,
Yeah. At least. Yeah.
like
15.
once it goes back to winter. Like I think that's possible because you're at a 20, right? You said 20 now.
I'm at 18, but yeah.
You're at 18 now. I think you can get to 15 by the end. But from 15 to getting in the single digits, like it's gonna take a little time. Like once you break up, okay, you like, I mean, for you is a little different because you moved to Washington and they've got a lot of par three courses up there, and you've been playing these par three city courses, like. But like most people around here, like I mean, just in general, playing par 70, 71, 72, 73 courses, they're like, okay, I want to break 100. And then you
I
break
will.
100,
Okay.
and then you're like, okay, I want to break 90. All right, but
Mhm.
then breaking 90 is great, but like trying to break 80, like that's the like. Here's where I'm at. I always was like, I want to break 100. And by the way, time out. You see this tape on my headset?
Mhm.
I went to open my headset the other day and went to put it on and pulled it. Just went to put it on, snapped right in two.
I think. See. I thought you broke it playing PGA. That's what I thought happened. But okay. I thought you like rage quit and break and like.
No, no, it broke. I pulled it off, snapped, and broke. So anyway, but here's what I was like, I always wanted to break 100. And
Okay.
when I used to work at Southern Gales, when I used to work at the golf course, Jerry Aldridge, the guy that used to own the place and run the place, he told me something that I still tell people, and it's probably gone up or maybe gone down, but I bet it's probably about the same. He was like, "Do you know what the national average of strokes is?" I said, "He's like the average golfer in the world, like what their average strokes is." And I said, "What?" And he said, "It's 108." And like at that time, he told me like that's about what I was shooting. I was like 102, 104. So I was like, man, I'm better than average. So I was like, I want to break 100. And then I broke 100.
Mhm.
I was like, all right, I want to break 90. And then I
Mhm.
broke 90. And then I was like, okay, I want to break 80. And like, it's still a stretch to break 80 now. Like, I've got to
Mhm.
play pretty good to break 80. But
Mhm.
like, it's been a long time since I shot 90 something. Well, not a
Right.
long time. I mean, if you go to Joe Wheeler and play
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
that
Yeah.
slop of a course.
Listen, 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 listen. See, here's the thing. You made that comment. Made that comment. So the first thing I want to clear up is one, yes, I have played par three courses here, but most of the time, like if you look at the rounds I've played, they've been at normal
Well, I wasn't
courses,
hating
75
on par
mile
three
courses.
courses. I was saying,
Right.
like, for you, it was
But
probably like, okay, the par is 54, or if it was a 9 hole course, the par would be 27. You were probably like, okay, I want to break 70, or I want to break 40.
right. So yeah, I mean I've played a handful, but I haven't played par three course in a minute. But
Yeah, yeah.
um like yeah, there's some shorter courses here, but there's longer courses here. Like the last two, three times I've played, they're par 72 courses. But um yeah, but like let's talk about Joe Wheeler for a second. Okay, Joe Wheeler's a long course. Joe Wheeler's a tough course. I beat you on the
It's,
back nine on Joe
but,
Wheeler. I beat
but
you on the back nine on Joe
again, that course is slop. Like, that place, I'm telling you, I'll never go back. It's not funny. I'll never go back. I will. The only way I would play at Joe Wheeler again, the only way I'd play there again is if
if you
somebody
picked up
said,
smoking.
is if somebody said, if somebody said, hey, there's a big tournament out at Joe Wheeler. The cash prize is $500,000. You can play for free. I'd
Mm,
probably play it then. Or if I lived across the street and they said you can play here for free for life, and that's even a stretch.
mm.
But it's
See,
not
okay.
worth the 35, 40-minute drive out there. It's not.
Mm,
And here's the only. And I had not played Joe Wheeler in a long time, and I probably played it 10 times last year. There, the only good thing that Joe Wheeler's got going for him is it's not busy. You can go out
mm,
there and play, and see a few groups of people, but nobody's pushing you, nobody's holding you up. Like, that's all they got going. Everything okay, here's where I'm at, and I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna put it in. I'm gonna edit this in over the podcast. I'm gonna put in a picture of, I think it's. Let me go back through the course. It's got to be like around like hole
Which one?
13, 14, 15. No, the par 5 that makes an S shape that feels like it's 855 yards. I'm gonna put that in. I'm gonna edit that in.
Okay.
I'm gonna edit that in.
Oh, and then I mean, you also have like those like multiple 200 plus yard par 3s.
Well, it's like hole 1 is shaped like this. Okay. It's shaped like this, and the tee box is here. Okay, I'll check. The tee box is here. Okay, and the green's here. All right, but from these 2 points, it's 360 yards. So if you're 10 yards short of the green, you roll back down into this ravine, and you're hitting up on a green that's, 60 yards above your feet. Okay, that's fine. I'll take that. Hole 2. Okay, hole 2 goes up over a hill. It's like par 4, 410 yards, something around that range. Okay, you hit it up on a hill. You got to get over the hill, which is probably 260. So if you get over the hill, now you can see the green. If you're short of the hill, can't even see the green. Not to mention the green's tucked behind a big oak tree. Okay, so, but hey, here's the best part. To follow those, and the green, by the way, the green is like, it's shaped like this. It's like a kidney bean. It's like 10 yards wide, 70 yards long.
Okay, yeah, I agree.
But hang on. But to follow that up, what's better? All right, hole 1, hole 2. What's better? What's hole 3? What could be the little surprise they have for hole 3 for us? Hey, how about a 247 yard par 3? Wow. Blessed.
So okay. So like,
and that's not even from the tips.
So you just mentioned Joe Wheeler. You get Brandon's blood boiling. All right, so listen, that course, yeah, it's tough for sure, and like there's aspects to it. It's like, that's crazy. But I think playing a course like that will make you better. Because if you're playing, think about it like this: if you're playing in those conditions, right? You're playing and stuff like that, and then you go to a pristine course, like nice course. Even like you play a course like that, like, I'll be honest with you, if you can go to Joe Wheeler, and you shoot, if you can break 80 at Joe Wheeler, you'd be under par at Southern Gales. Not knocking
you'd light Southern Gales up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like, here's the thing too, and I'm gonna send you this video. I think you may have it, but I want you to edit it into this video. But I think it's either number 17 or 16. It's the one that goes down a hill, and then it doesn't just dogleg right. It like 90 degrees right and goes up a hill, right? And then on the top of that hill is where the green's at. On the back side of it's just a bunch of woods.
Yeah.
And I had that video of you back there in those woods because you hit it over the green because you were afraid if you laid up it was just going to roll back to your feet, which it will.
Are you talking about the one that kind of goes down into the side of the hill, and then the green goes, it dog legs right and goes back, and the green is just up on that hill, and it's like, 195 yards. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Send me that video. I'll put that in right now.
You say?
You might want to get your camera out.
Oh no. It went.
But okay. Yes, did you beat me on the back 9? Yes. But like that, I'm just telling you.
Yeah,
Well, look,
nothing too is,
here's the thing. I'm starting a whole series. I'm starting a whole series dedicated to you for the channel, and it's just going to be about seeing how long it takes you to beat me.
Okay. Well, you said never, so we'll see.
Okay, maybe I'll retract the never. The never.
We're retracting.
But it's gonna be a minute.
All right.
That's right, Matt.
See, here's another thing too, though, is like, what were we just talking about? Like playing. Okay, Southern Gales is a nice course. Like it's getting better and better every year. I feel like they're adding a lot of stuff to it. They're keeping up with it. It's a nice course.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say Southern Gales is the hardest course in the world. Like and like here's the thing. I'm new at golf, so I'm gonna hit bad shots anywhere for sure. But Southern Gales is not the hardest course in the world.
Are you
It's pretty.
saying that? Are you saying that to like kind of throw my scores at Southern Gales out the window last year? Is
No,
that
I'm
where
not
we're
throwing
at?
your scores. I'm not throwing your scores at Southern Gales out the window.
Because I put a 74 and 18
But I would
birdies, and people are
say,
like, "Yeah, BS."
okay, so here's the thing. Here's the thing. If I go to the same, that's the reason I like to switch it up with courses. To try to like, but if I go to the same course, especially so a course that is flat, that course you can't deny that course is flat.
Yeah, it's flat.
Yeah, it's flat. It's not a lot up and down there. There's some water hazards.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there are no bunkers, right? There's no
There's
sand.
no bunkers at Southern Gales.
There's no
They've
sand.
added more water recently. I mean, within the past 2 years, they've added more water.
Yeah.
But
And here's the thing. I like Southern Gales. I'm not knocking Southern Gales. I like the course. You don't have to have bunkers and all that stuff to be a good golf course. It's a good
Right.
golf course. But I'm saying is like I just don't think it's that tough of a course. Like the course that I play out here, like people talk about how short it is. I'm telling you right now, like I hope you do get to come out here and we make a video of one of the courses out here in Washington that I'll take you to. It used to be a country club. It was the first country club in this city, and it used to be private and like a long time ago.
mm-hmm.
And it's not anymore. And dude, it's a tough.
Yeah, I
It's
bet
one
I
of the,
could wear that place out.
I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it.
Yeah, I bet
I
I could wear
remember
it out.
I remember when we were at Southern Gales and you missed a putt and it rolled back to your feet because it went around the cup and came back to your feet and you started just blaming the greenskeeper saying
But you
you're
can't
not
put a
supposed
cup
to.
on a slope. You can't put a cup on a slope. Everybody knows that. I know what hole it was, hole 14. But anyway. No, I mean, that's where I'm at. I mean, this whole, to round this whole conversation in, will I retract the "you'll never beat me"? Yes. But it ain't going to be anytime soon.
Okay. Okay.
And it's only, and here's the thing, and here's where I'm at. You better hope that this channel doesn't take off, because then it may be never. Because once I start playing more than I am now, it's over.
No,
It's
but
over.
if this channel takes off, we're not gonna both start playing more than we are now.
Well, yeah,
Maybe.
but like I just don't. That's what I'm saying. Like the only thing you've got going for you right now is you're playing more than I am. You're playing twice a week. I'm playing, once a week.
So here's an important question. Whose fault is that?
I mean, you could say it's mine. You could say it's my fault. Yeah, that's fair.
No, here's the thing though. I'm a firm believer too on this. Like, yeah, I'm playing more, and yeah, that's gonna keep me loose. But you're not gonna get any better just going out there playing. I mean, you will, but like going to the range and stuff is what's gonna make you better. Like,
Well,
go
yeah.
spend $7, $8 to $10 on the range or whatever, and stay out there for a couple hours.
I'm about to hit
I
up
mean,
those driving ranges. I'm about to see if these people are really hitting the golf ball as far as they say they are.
what are we talking about?
We was talking about it earlier, going to driving ranges and interviewing people and giving stuff away.
Yeah, you think people carry a drive 260, 265?
I know I do. I don't know about you. I know I do. No doubt.
Yeah. Okay, that's going back on the like. Okay, how old is that driver you got?
Probably 15 years old, maybe 12. It's kind of
So
old. I mean, but
driver,
I don't know if I can ever hit another one. I love it too much.
this is what we're talking about here. So I don't like when it comes to drivers. I don't know as much. Like I don't and like I said, I'm new to the game, but I will say that like the clubs that I got handed out to me, which are good clubs, and I enjoy it. But they're as old as me. They were made in the '90s, right? They're good clubs, but like I said, I hit some Tacomas yesterday, and I hit a pitching wedge 135 yards. I'm telling you right now, if I full swung and like Happy Gilmore that thing with a pitching wedge, unless I bladed it,
The one you have now.
yeah, with the old pitching wedge, it wouldn't go 105. It'd go 105, 110.
Well,
Basically.
it's good for you to have older clubs now. That way, that way you can embrace the suck a little bit and just You know, it just.
But
But
here's the thing though. I like the older clubs. I've gotten used to them, and I mean I like them. But yeah, the like there's a huge difference in the new clubs and the old clubs for sure. Like the new clubs feel a lot more balanced. I don't know, like and I'm a firm believer that like you can sit there and blame whatever you want to on what you shoot or how you perform in whatever sport. You can like in baseball you can blame the bat. In
yeah.
football they can blame Tom Brady for deflating the ball or whatever. He's still gonna drop dimes over their heads. So like
Well, that's like if you look at like when I coach softball, every girl on the softball team has the same exact bat because that's the best one that's out right now. You know what I mean? Like every player on the team had the same exact bat. Every single like it got to a point where I was just like, I just threw one out there. I'm like, here's they're all the same.
yeah.
But
That won't help you if you have $1 million bat and whiff.
yeah, 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 yeah. But I mean, look, in 2 weeks, you get your chance. 2 weeks, and you get it back to back. You get back to back days. So like on Saturday, my back's probably gonna be hurting that night, but Sunday you get another chance. So you're gonna get back to back chances, and it's gonna be on video. First 2 episodes. I mean, it's like that's the good thing about this journey you're about to take. If you're challenging me to say you're gonna beat me, the good news for you is it's on video now.
So okay, here's the question. When are you gonna come up here and play some courses? That's what I want to know.
Soon. I need to get up there.
So I'm pretty close to a course that blew up on TikTok.
I thought it literally blew up. Like somebody may have bombed it or terrorist or.
No.
I thought you were saying that.
No, it blew up on the internet. Yeah.
Hey, I live close to a course that blew up on TikTok.
Yeah. Yeah, on TikTok.
What's the name of it?
Yeah, it's Apple Tree.
Oh yeah.
And
okay.
so back when DeChambeau was doing the hole-in-one over his house,
Mm-hmm.
one of the guys that works out there was doing a hole-in-one over the pro shop, because right behind the pro shop is, and this is a nice looking pro shop too. He had some guts to be doing what he was doing. But anyways, right behind the pro shop is a double green with a bunker in the middle of it, and he was hitting it onto the 18th green. I believe it was the 18th green. Yeah.
Over the pro shop?
Yeah, he's hitting it over the pro shop.
Is this a guy that works there?
Yeah, if you look it up on Apple Tree, he did it too. Finally, it took him a while, but it actually didn't take him as long as DeChambeau did, I don't think. But he did wind up breaking a window at one point.
And this is a guy that worked there.
Yeah, it's a guy that worked there.
Imagine if it's not a guy that works there and he breaks the pro shop window.
It's a beautiful course. It's got an island green on it. Their signature holes of 17. It's an island green. Looks like
shaped like an apple. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks pretty sick. It's built on an old apple orchard. I played it.
Yeah, I really want to come play there.
Yeah.
But you played yesterday.
Yeah.
Run me through that one more time, Bubba.
Okay. I played out here. This course I've only played one other time.
What's the name of it?
Sun Willows. It's in Pasco, Washington.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an okay course. It's nothing crazy. There's no really signature holes. I mean, nothing crazy. Yeah. By the 9th hole, I was wishing I was playing by myself, pretty much. No, it was fun. It was fun. I like playing with new people. I like meeting new people. And one of the guys invited me from work, and he's cool, and I'd play with him again. But yeah, his cousins were getting a little tipsy. They got a little.
Don't leave anything. Don't try to church it up. I mean, give me the details.
Yeah.
I mean, they got plaster.
Oh yeah.
So you go out there. This guy from work, he asked you to play golf, or you asked him?
He asked me to come out there to Sun Willows. Yeah.
So he asked you to come play golf, and you show up, and he's like, "Hey, by the way, I got 2 of my cousins with me."
Mm.
That's how it went.
Yeah, and one of his cousins was, he had never played before. His first time.
So this guy invites you to play golf and brings a guy that's never played before, and the other guy you said has maybe played once.
And I'd say maybe a handful of times. I wouldn't say just once. He played a handful of times, probably.
So here's where I'm at. And this is just for anyone. If somebody were to come across this video and you ask me to come play golf, if I show up and there's two guys that have, let's just say they both never played, like, it's on. Like, we may fight in the parking lot.
Yeah. So
Now, I don't mind playing with someone who's not very good. But to invite me to play, right, on a Saturday, right, I'm taking time to come play, right? Everybody's busy in life. And you're going to bring two dudes that have never played? Nah. 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 So how'd that go?
Okay, so I'll say I don't mind playing with people that are new because, I mean, I would want people to play with me when I first started back last May. But I can tell you that there were times, more than once, we were in the middle of a fairway on a par 4, and they were on probably like their, I don't know, 10th shot, still digging a ditch. I mean, just they were laying cable, just from the tee box to the green.
The greenskeeper's gonna have fun today, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
It'll grow back. I mean, it might be next year,
yeah.
might be next year, but it'll grow back.
Yeah, there wasn't enough sand on the cart to fill those holes, just honestly. But
So run me. I mean, you had a funny story. That's
okay. So I haven't been playing golf for very long.
And by the
but I
way,
just wanna-
if you're this guy's cousins, if you're his cousins, you know who you are.
yeah, maybe we don't blow up. They never see this, but who knows? But I got to tell this story because, like I said, I enjoyed playing with them. It's fine. And now I say this: had I not shot my handicap yesterday, or shot above my handicap yesterday, I would have been kind of upset. But
yeah. If you'd have went out there and shot 100, you'd have never talked to that guy again.
Yeah. But it was fun. So we're on the 10th hole. So we just made the turn, and these two guys they're gone. It's
by what hole did you realize these guys are cooked? Like, these guys are pickled.
They're 6. Yeah, probably.
And
6.
what time did y'all start? What was the tee time?
We started late. We started at 3:28.
So 3:28. You're on hole 6. At that time, it was probably 5:15, and they're cooked.
Yeah, it's probably something like that. I mean, I wouldn't probably 5. I'd probably, because we were off 9. I mean, we were moving pretty quick. I mean,
I got you. All right, so hole 10. You're on hole 10. Just made the turn. They're plastered.
Yeah. So just to reiterate again, I haven't been playing golf that long, so I can't say I've never seen some stuff like that in my life. All right. I could say that for a lot of things, for like baseball, for a lot of stuff, right? But never in my life have I seen this on a golf course. And like I said, I've been playing for a year, and I don't. If you've seen it before, I'd love to hear some other people's stories on this. So, anyways, they're both drunk. One of them decides to walk out in front of another ball that's in the middle of the fairway. So he's about, I don't know, 50 yards up in front of the other cousin that's about to hit. Why he did that, I don't know. Maybe it's just because he was drunk. It's probably what it was. Wasn't paying attention. And he was walking, I guess, looking for his ball. He was walking from left to right, and the other cousin that's about to hit takes a fairway driver.
Fairway
takes
driver.
A freaking fairway. And that's what it was. Yeah, that's what it said on it was old clubs. I just remember him saying, "I'm about to use this fairway driver," and I was like, "Okay." So he picks it up and gets up there and addresses his ball, and he swings and he hits like a low liner. His thing is probably like
little stinger action.
Right.
Little stinger action.
Yeah. It's a little stinger. It's got a tail. And again, this guy in front of him is walking left to right. And this thing's got a tail on it, and there's a little bit of a hill, just like a little bump right before that guy, and that guy was walking on the other side of it, basically. And the ball, like, it's coming right at him. I mean, it's a heat seeker. I mean, like, it was so funny because the ball was like tailing as he was walking, so it was like it was tracking.
It was chasing him.
Yeah, I mean, he led him like a quarterback. Yeah. So he hit him, and so it like the ball skips off the ground, and before the ball hits the ground, like, I remember him screaming, "Hey, watch out!" Like, and by the time he got that out of his mouth, The guy turns. So he turns and looks
Turns
at
towards the
guy
ball.
towards the ball, which when somebody shouts at you, I don't know what else you're going to do, right? Is turn
Yeah.
and look at what they're shouting at.
Yeah.
So,
But normally watch out on a
Instead of-
golf course. Normally when somebody yells watch out on a golf course, you know what's coming.
so him screaming "watch out" actually made the situation worse. So instead of taking it like maybe in the back of the head or something, he took one right there. Like he took it right there. And had he not had glasses on, like he had those big sunglasses on, and so it caught him in between the sunglasses and the cheekbone. And he stumbled around like it cleaned his clock.
Concussed him.
Yeah, I mean he was already stumbling, but he was extra stumbling now. He was moving around like and then he sat down for a second. I jog over there and I'm like checking him out and I'm looking and I was like, "Are you good, man?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm good." I said, "You need to go back to the clubhouse or something." He's
And you're
"No,
like,
I'm
you've
finishing
got
this
your
right."
you've got your fingers crossed. Like, man, I hope this guy leaves. He's like, no, I'm sticking it out. I'm about to shoot the course record.
Yeah. He's about to he shot 100 on the first 9. He's about to turn it around right here. That just turned him into like Mike or Tiger Woods or whatever. Like yeah, he just concussed him. He woke up in a dream. Now he's in the Masters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this guy takes one to the cheek. I mean, did it like whelp up or anything? Like, was he bleeding?
I mean, he had some dimples on his cheek for sure. But I
Mm.
mean, it was fine. Like I said, because of those glasses, I mean, it would have blacked his eye pretty good. Like I was concerned when it first happened. Now that I know he's fine, it's just funny.
Well, it was probably
yeah.
funny anyway.
I did not laugh when it first happened because he like that dude like he hadn't hit one solid all day, but he ripped that one. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, even though he hit it low, he didn't mean to hit it that low, obviously, because it was not hit square. But
Yeah.
he did hit it. I mean, I bet that ball was before it hit the ground. I bet that ball was moving. I don't know
Yeah.
how fast. I couldn't begin to guess, but I'd say in the 90s at least.
Yeah, I've never seen somebody on the course be hit by a ball. I've seen some like new people that have done some dumb stuff that I like was kind of just cringed about. Like, I don't know if I've ever told you this story. I was at work one day and I was gonna go play in like 9 holes after work, and there's this guy I worked with, and I'm still friends with him. If he sees this, he'll know who he is. But he was like, "Man, I've been kind of wanting to try to play golf. Like, can I go with you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And this is like 4 or 5 years ago, Southern Gales. Like, you could call the pro shop at 3:30, be like, "Hey, y'all busy? Can I come in and play at 4:15?" And they're like, "Yeah, like, come on, like, you're good. It's wide open. You just show up, get in your cart, and pick which one you want. As long as you don't hop in front of anybody that's making the turn, like, you want to go play the back 9, go play the back." And I wanted to play the back. I always play the back 9 at Southern Gales. To me is more fun. Like, you can score better on the back. As I'm gonna play the back. So he was like, "Can I go?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure. Come on, let's go." I was like, "Have you ever played before?" And he's like, "I've, kind of like hit balls and dabbled a little bit." But he's like, and I'm
That's
like,
a
"Okay." So I was like, "Okay." So you could just say no. Like, you don't have to try to, like, convince me. Like, it's okay to say no. Like, we're just playing 9. Like, nothing crazy.
You can make it through 9 holes with somebody that's out there not knowing
So-
what you're doing. Yeah.
So I show up, and in the first, like, in Happy Gilmore, when he shows up to the first golf tournament, the Waterbury Open, and the golf bag that he has, it's his granddad's. It's like the old, like, it's tiny. He shows up with a bag that looks like that. I later on questioned him where he got it, and he's like, "Oh, I got this baby at the thrift store."
Got it from Jack Nicklaus.
I'm like, "Where'd you get this baby?" He's like, "I got it at the thrift store," which is fine. That's fine. Everybody's got to start somewhere. And I'm like, "Where'd you get these clubs at?" "Oh, I got those at the thrift store too." Now, I don't know if you ever bought clubs from a thrift store or just seen them in a thrift store, but like a lot of times they're like bundled up together and they just sell them like for $1 a club or something. He's got these clubs in his bag, and mind you, we're on the first tee box. Okay, so we pull up to the first tee box, and this guy pulls up behind us. Now, here's where, in the golf world, I don't mind playing with people I don't know, but if I'm playing with someone who's never played, I'm always like, "Hey, fair warning." So this guy pulls up behind us. He's like, "Hey, fellas, like, I play with y'all. Hey, man, look, I'm decent. I'm okay. This guy's never played before. So like we're probably gonna hold you up. So if you want to go on, play through us. There's nobody here. It's wide open, man. Go on, do your thing.
Right.
This guy looks at us like, man, I don't care. Like, I just don't like playing by myself. Hey, welcome to the show. Now, there's a very important detail about this guy, but we'll go back to the guy from work. We're on the first tee box. First tee box.
You're on the 10th hole, right? Yeah.
Which is, playing the back. So this is the new front nine. So
Right.
before they flipped him. So he's like, we're on the first, like I've got my driver, I'm putting my glove on, got my ball in my pocket, got my tee in my pocket, like got my driver out, putting my glove on, like getting ready, going out to the tee box, doing a few like just casual warm up swings. This new guy that joined us, he's over there with me. And this guy that I brought, he's over there and I see him like messing with his bag. And he's like yanking clubs, and you just hear him rattle. They're like clink, 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 and I'm like, what are you doing, man? He's like, can't get these clubs undone. He'd bought them from the thrift store and they were still zip tied together. He couldn't undo them. They were still zip tied together.
Mm.
So I go over there and I'm helping him. We finally break that zip tie off. I look at the dude that joined us. I'm like, hey, man, told you. Like, if you want to go, hey, this is your last chance, man. Last chance. He's like, no, man, I'm good. I'm good. And I didn't really pay close attention to this guy. So the guy I'm with goes to hits it like 42 yards, almost into the driving range. I hit mine. I'm somewhere in the fairway or just off the fairway. And this new guy steps up. And again, I had not paid much close attention to him at that time. But this guy steps up to hit his drive, and he swings with just his left arm. Like he hits it one-armed. And I look at the guy I'm with, and he turns and looks at me, and I'm like, what's going on? This guy had cerebral palsy. And so his right arm, like his right arm, like just didn't work. And so he played one-armed the whole day. Hey, lit it up. Shot like 39. Tore it up one-armed. So I played with a one-armed guy and a guy that's never played before.
And did the one-armed guy, he beat you?
I think so. I think I shot 40, 41, somewhere around in there. But he tore it up.
That's dedicated. That's pretty cool.
Super nice guy. But I was like, when he hit his first drive off the tee box with one arm, I was like, huh, never seen that before. But that's one of the crazier stories I've got. So if it's a lot of new golfers out there. I think, I don't know about you, but like, I think guys love three things: sports, video games, and golf. And it kind of just hits you to a different stage. I think every male out there at some point is going to pick up golf. At some point in their life.
So let's clarify this. Is golf a sport?
Well, yeah. But I mean, I think for a lot of people, like I know a lot of guys who played high school baseball, and then once their road was over, like once it was the end of the line and they played their last baseball game or whatever, or football game or basketball game, whatever their thing was in high school, if they were an athlete and that ended, they were like, they felt maybe a little bit of emptiness. And they were like, man, I got to find something that's like, I can put some time into, like athletically. And I think a lot of people go to golf.
Yeah. So I'll actually tell you the reason I went to golf is, and like I said, I went so late. Like, I mean, I've been out of high school almost 10 years now.
We graduated almost 10 years ago.
It's been 9 years. Yeah, it's May. But I'll tell you that like I went to golf because one, like it's hard to like I played a little bit of basketball outside of high school, like when I was in college or fresh out of college at church I went to. But other than that, I never played basketball in high school. I didn't play that. I was just a baseball player. That's all I wanted to play. But like I said, I played a little bit of slippage softball, and it's fun. It's whatever. It's not the same to me. It's cool though. But like thing is like you have to wait on it to be a certain season to play that. You have to you got to have a lot of people's schedules have to line up. Like you got to
Mm-hmm.
have, you know what I mean, to play
Mm-hmm.
all the sports. But and the thing is with golf is like, I mean, I'm a firm believer on this. Is like golf will both baseball
Make
and
you want to
golf.
cuss?
It's just both baseball and golf. Just getting down to it, honestly, baseball is a skilled sport when it comes to hitting. That's a skill. That's the skill part. The skill part of the sport,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then so same thing with golf. It's a skill there, but it's two very different swings. It is two very different swings. I don't care what anybody says. Like yes, like you can adjust your baseball swing and get into that kind of like making it work for golf.
Right.
But I had to like completely switch how I swing like a club because when I first got out there, dude, I was getting a baseball wide stance like
Yeah, right.
on a golf ball, like, and it's not working, right? Um, and people were noticing that I was a baseball. Like somebody mentioned like 2 months in, like when I was playing out there by myself and I got paired up with somebody, they were like, "You used to be a baseball player, huh?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Yeah, I can tell by how you're like standing." I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah, it doesn't translate like you
Cool.
think it will.
Yeah, it doesn't. And so like the reason I got into golf is because it's something I can go do by myself. And honestly, when you hit one flush and you hit it where you're wanting to hit it, like you see it flying toward the pin, like I have yet to, like before that, other sports had not replicated the feeling that I got out of baseball when I was hitting well,
Mm-hmm.
um, until I started getting into golf. And so like, yeah, that's why it's a fun sport. It's a fun game.
Well, that's like the thing. Like we've talked about, like me and you playing against each other, um, like you trying to beat me, you know, like we'll compete, but like I want you to do well and you want me to do well, but like you really play against yourself.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
Like if
Yeah,
we went out there and I shot, 78 and you shot 140, I would be like, man, this has got to suck for him.
yeah. That's the thing. Like, yeah, I would want it to be close when we play, and every time, like, even like when we play, like like in the middle of the games, like every time, or in the middle of the games, the middle of the rounds, um, every time I've played with somebody else, I've never knew what they shot until the end. I'm not keeping up with what they're shooting. I'm trying to beat my old score,
Yeah, right, right, right.
trying to shoot better today than I did yesterday, and that's the fun part of it too. I like that.
Oh. Yeah. Well, in 2 weeks, is your first test. We
Yeah,
got
2 weeks.
I mean, the next month, I've got a 2-man shamble Saturday, 6 days, and then we're playing the week after that. And then the week after that is the Masters, and we're doing the mini Masters at our church. And I'm gonna make a video on that. I'm winning that thing. But
Yeah, so
go ahead. I know you're about to get into it. I know you're
yeah,
going to the Masters. Yeah, go ahead.
yeah.
Go ahead. Tell
So
everybody.
so speaking of the Masters, I'm going to the Masters. I'm going to a practice round on the Wednesday, so that right before the tournament starts at Thursday. And Brandon's a little
Yeah.
salty
Well,
because I went.
okay. Let me pause.
Oh,
Let me pause. And just to be clear, your father-in-law is the one that won these tickets, or did you win the tickets?
he won the tickets, but I have a ticket, so
Yeah, yeah. But like, here's where I'm at. I read a thing online, and I think it may have been on their website. I put in for the lottery every year for 4 or 5 years. And if anybody sees this video that has a connection to the Masters, I mean, can we help it? Can we help a guy out? Because I put in for every year, 4 or 5 years, never won it. But I read on there that it's like every year you put in, you don't win, it increases your chances of next year. Nah, I mean, I don't know if I'll ever get to go. But
Mm.
who's the favorite to win the Masters? I think
Mm,
everybody wants Rory to win the Masters, right?
I think that would be pretty sweet. Yeah, I like Rory.
But I
I don't
think
know if
like
he's the favorite.
everybody, well, I think like he just won the Players, and I think everybody's like, man, like maybe this guy does it this year.
Mm. I'd like to see him do it. I don't know, but I all I know is, just keep putting in for that lottery and you might get it. And, by the time you're 50 or so, like,
How much money are you gonna spend in the pro shop? Like, what all is your plans? Like, what are you gonna cop yourself?
for myself, I know I'm gonna get a collared shirt at least. I don't think I'm gonna get anything that I could technically lose on a golf. I've lost, like people, I've left a club on a green before. I've left a club head cover in the golf cart, so I'm not going to get anything that I could lose on the
Mhm.
course more than likely, unless if I get a ball that says the Masters on it, I'll probably just keep it, obviously.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely going to get a colored
I say
shirt.
you buy a ball from the pro shop with the logo on it. That's like $45, a golf ball. And
And just hit it in the water.
the first time we play a par three with water around the front of the green, I say you hit it on that hole.
Mm,
Here's the risk. If you lose it, it's gone.
right.
But if you make a hole in one, your hole in one ball that's now sitting up on your mantle somewhere in your office is now, it's got the Masters logo on it. You can say hit a hole in one with that ball.
Yeah.
High
Yeah,
risk, high reward.
So another thing too is like with this channel that you're trying to pick up and get off the ground a little bit. Um, I'm not gonna be able to take any like really videos while I'm there, which it's kind of unfortunate. But I
Yeah,
mean I
because you
get
can't
it.
have your phone.
It's part of the tradition of the Masters, right? And so like I'll still have pictures from a digital camera. Then I'll upload into a computer, and so I'll have pictures and stuff.
Yeah, if you could
Um,
get some pictures for like the Instagram, that would
yeah,
be. And for those of you that
yeah.
don't know, you can't have your phone out at the Masters and just take pictures and videos.
Can you have your phone out at the Masters? Because I was told you couldn't have your phone at all.
No, you can't have your phone out at all. That's what I was saying.
Right. Yeah. You can't. No.
Yeah.
And
Are you getting a nice camera, or do you already have one?
yeah, we have a nice so it's four of us going. So after we go to the Masters, um, after all that, the next day, that Thursday, we're going to uh Athens, Georgia. We're playing the University of Georgia, the golf course. So that'll be fun.
Yeah, you need to get some pictures of that.
Yeah, I can definitely.
Are y'all going to like their
Definitely.
facility? Y'all going to get a facility tour?
I don't know about the facility. I've been to the University of Georgia. I've like walked in. They let you walk out on the field and all that kind of stuff. I've been there.
Well, I'm gonna try to get this video. I'm gonna try to get this podcast episode out to somebody that connected with Georgia and see if they'll let you tour the facility.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, man. I mean, that's about all that's going on in the golf world for me right now. I can think of, somebody getting in the face and freaking going to the Masters in 2 weeks. Like,
Yeah. We really need to discuss like a group golf trip. I mean, even if it was like me, you, and Riley or something.
dude, I'm telling you right now. Like,
I know you keep saying you're gonna play Pebble Beach one day. I don't think that's happening this year, but one day.
no, yeah, definitely won't. But Pebble Beach is on the list. I'm not that far from Bandon Dunes. I don't know if Bandon Dunes will actually happen. Bandon Dunes
You
is
didn't even know
really
about Bandon Dunes, so I told you that's where I wanted to go.
Yeah, no, it's I really want to go there now just to make you guys.
How far is it from you? Because you're in Washington. It's 6 hours.
It's about 6 hours. Yeah.
Ideally, we fly to your house and drive down and stay there. Mm.
Yeah,
But I
it
mean,
could be done.
God,
It could be done. Like I said, you gotta like plan something out to come up here and we'll play some courses.
yeah, I want to play Apple Tree. But
Apple Tree's fun, man.
yeah, I think I posted the picture on the Instagram of you hitting on the island green. But
Yeah. I'd like to play it again now that I've gotten better. Because like I said, that was literally back in May when I played it. I played it at the end of 1st of June, I think. So I'd only been playing for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
So
18 handicap, trying to get to 15 before the summer's over. I'd at least like to hit 5. If I get below 5 or something, and I want to win this 2-man Shamble tournament. You know what Shamble is, right?
yeah, isn't that where it's almost like a scramble, but something to do with the drive, right?
Yeah, so both players on the team drive. You take the best drive, and then both of you play your own ball from there, and you take the best score. So
yeah, that's it.
I think if we could shoot somewhere like maybe 66, 67, I think we could win. I don't know. There's a lot of good golfers that are coming out there. A lot of Southern Gales is getting a lot of new members. I would like to be a member. I think eventually, in the next 5-10 years they'll be private.
Oh, you think it'll be private?
I don't know. I'm just I don't know. It's getting nice. Building a
Here's
lot
the
of new
thing,
houses.
I really, if you're just a weekend warrior with the golf with like myself right now, pretty much. Other than I'm off on Monday, so I go play on Mondays. I play tomorrow, but Southern Gales, like there's not another really option around that area.
Well, that's the thing is the other options. There are other options like freaking Joe Wheeler.
Joe Wheeler, yeah, but it's a long
But
drive. And
yeah, I mean, from my house,
and
it's like 40 minutes, and then like there's Sunset that's out by the airport, and that place is it looks like a minefield out there. It used to like. Here's the thing about like, it's okay, but like it stays so dry. I think they've got to pump in water from like they've got to like people got to bring water out there to them or something. I've heard something like that. So it stays so dry. The airport's right there. It's always windy. And so like it's just that when that freeze came last year, it killed everything and then everything stayed dry. So it looks rough right now. There's that. I mean, there's RTJ, like you could go play at Hampton Cove or somewhere like
But
that.
all these places you're naming off are like 45-minute drives. Like right here where I'm at right now, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think there's 6 courses,
Yeah, rub it in.
6 or 7 courses that I could play within a 20-minute drive.
Yeah, rub it in. Rub it in. Rub it
And
in.
if you count a 30-minute drive, it's like 10 courses.
Yeah. And then I mean
So-
there's Canebrake in Athens, but you know,
Probably.
I'd like to get out there. Maybe we could talk to Lee.
Yeah. Okay.
Send this podcast to him and see if he could get us out there.
Yeah, let me just text him real quick. Yeah, because I got his number.
Yeah, Lee Hodges, currently on the PGA Tour, Ardmore High School graduate. You think he remembers us? Well, you said he married into your family.
Well, he married a distant cousin of mine.
See, that's your in right there. I have no connection, other than I worked at Southern Gales with a guy that he graduated with, and we're friends. But that's not gonna. I mean, but maybe he can get us on at Canebrake.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe he'll give us a temporary content creator membership at Canebrake.
But I mean,
Canebrake's fun.
I think Canebrake. I think they got a lot to worry about when it comes to the maintenance there, because I've been hearing a lot about them losing their fairways and stuff. So,
Well, the same thing happened with a lot of people that when that ice storm came, it kind of killed everything, and then it got in rough shape, and they closed down for a little bit. Like they had a big tournament that they play out there every year, and they moved it to Southern Gales instead of Canebrake. So, but anyway.
Yeah.
I think that's gonna wrap it up. We've been going 52 minutes. You need to send me the videos of me at Joe Wheeler, because I bet I look red-faced and mad, and I'll put them in.
No, you weren't mad. I mean, you did shoot one from the woods over the green. That would hit the green and rolled all the way back down the bottom of that hill.
Well, you got to play it as it lies. Sometimes you got to hit it off of Frankenstein's fat foot.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, you think Happy Gilmore 2 is gonna be any good?
I want it to be. But,
Yeah.
I don't know, dude.
The Kodak Black. I hope so. Anyway, maybe it will be. Riley doesn't think it's gonna be any good, but I'm still gonna watch it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna watch it on Netflix. It's gonna be like, I mean, it's not free, but I mean, I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, for free for me.
That bedtime story is naming Adam Sandler.
For